What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 5th episode of the On the Cam podcast with Cam and Cam. We have now our third guest, Matthew Owens. Let's give him a round of applause. Matthew, how was your drive here?
It was good. You know, it was a pretty short drive. It's not too far. So, yeah, it was good.
It's good.
Cam?
I mean, let's just start off by just talking about what has been happening the last 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Cam, you go ahead and just say it.
So we got Matthew. Wait, what time? Let's just say. Okay, so we got Matthew here at
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, he got here exactly at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, Cam decided to go hit golf. Right?
Hit golf.
Go hit golf. From like what, 2:20 to about 4 o'clock. Yeah, so he got here a little late. So I had to set up everything. And let's just say the stuff that we were trying to get set up wasn't setting up. And people came over here trying to help. You know, cameras wouldn't work, audio wouldn't work, just everything. I am surprised that right now we are filming. I'm being so serious. I almost thought at one point that we would have to reschedule again and go an entire week. That'd be 2 weeks without a podcast.
Honestly, I was feeling the same way. Like, it was just one thing after another. But, I mean, we're here. We're up and running. Hopefully, everything works. We're without a wide view, so we only have two views today.
Mind you, it's 6:32 right now.
And we told him to be over here at 4.
We did play basketball.
Yeah, we played some basketball. That was fun. Got some shots up. Got a little cold, though. It was really cold.
It did start to get a little cold.
It was.
But like
really-
earlier today, it was pretty nice though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really nice the past couple of days.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
been
now
pretty nice.
tomorrow, you know, typical Virginia weather. It's 70 one day, then 32 the next day.
Oh
with
yeah, and
snow.
Tuesday it's snowing.
Yeah, it's just like, bro.
Beautiful to live in Virginia, ain't it?
Yeah.
Anyways, I say we just go ahead and
Well,
put all
you don't have your podcast shirt on. You want to be different? Huh?
No, I just decided to put my sweatshirt on because
Yeah.
we were outside and it was freezing. Cam.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's just jump into the podcast. Let's dig a little deeper.
Let's do it.
So, Matthew, obviously, this season, you know, y'all have been doing phenomenal. Going into first round state. What's your mindset going into that game?
Dude, we're just so hyped, you know. Like, it's my last season, a few of my teammates' last season. So, like, it's different this year, you know. Win or go home. So, yeah, we just going into, I think we play Tuesday, Northampton. They're a pretty good team, but just going in with the mindset, like, it's our last game, so we're just going to, it could be our last game, so we're just going to give it our all, you know what I'm saying, and just play our hearts out. Just play ball.
Dude, I mean,
Yep.
when you get to that point where it could be your last high school game you ever play,
Yeah.
you know, it can get a little tough knowing that could be the last time you lace up, last time you put the jersey on. And, you know, Cam had to go through that. And but, you know, at least you have JMU to look forward to.
For sure.
That's pretty nice. Tell me a little bit about JMU. Like, what happened into the process? Like, why did you pick JMU?
I mean, so most of my, like, recruitment was D2, D3. I had, like, 2 small D1s. And then we played John Marshall in the state semis last year. And I think, like, somehow they heard about me. I think I had, like, 26 points or something like that. And, yeah, so that was definitely helped my recruiting. And then, so I call him my, like, agent, but he's really not. Kirby Dean, I don't know if y'all know him, but he would, he, like, told the JMU coach about me. And, yeah, the JMU coach, like, reached out to me, invited me to their camp. And then I went to the camp, did pretty good. And then, yeah, he just invited me back for a little visit. And we just talked, texted for a while. And then, yeah, at the visit, he called me into his office and then just gave me an offer. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's cool, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember seeing where you committed, you know, the
Yeah.
whole thing. That was cool.
I think it caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah,
Cause,
for sure.
like, when I talked to you, like, 2 years ago about your recruitment and whenever it was, like, you had a couple of D2s, some D3s, like you were talking about. And when you had that post, like, you went to JMU, it kind of caught me off guard. I was like,
Yeah.
I knew you was a hooper, but I didn't know you were like, all right, you're like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna get clipped, but yeah, I mean, the biggest question I got is, like, every night going out there producing 20-point games, 25 plus. You know, what's your mindset going into every game, and, like, how do you mentally focus before a game and during the game?
Yeah, I think, like, early in my career, my biggest problem was, like, thinking about like how I'm gonna produce that. You know what I'm saying? But I think like it's all about a mindset. So if I come in and I just take it one play at a time, like not trying to get my buckets, but like other teammates'
Right.
buckets, like it'll all come natural to you,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to get your buckets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say it's all just really a mindset. Like not trying to, I'm trying to score 25 plus. Just like, if I do, that's good. If I don't, as long as we win, that's a good outcome.
Yeah. And like being the player you are, you see being face guarded a lot. People double teaming you, whatever they do. I mean, sometimes does it ever get you frustrated? And if it does, like, what kind of just calms you down through the game?
Yeah, I mean, definitely see face guard double teams, and it's so frustrating. I mean, obviously it's not like something you want happening, but yeah, I mean, I guess it happens. So at that point, you just gotta deal with it. And then if the double team does come, you just gotta dish it out to the open person, hope they make the shot. And luckily, we've have some really good shooters this year, so
Yep, I mean,
they've been making shots.
definitely with Lou Ray, y'all. One thing they definitely taught over the offseason was how to shoot the ball. Because dude, it was funny because while we were playing, y'all, I think it was at East Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh gosh, so the first quarter, I think it was the first quarter, y'all went 7 for 8 from the 3-point line. I looked at the stats. It was in the first quarter. It was 7 for 8 at the 3-point. I was like, bro. And then, so I guess it definitely does help, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if a team brings a double team, and you just kick it out to a couple of the good shooters you guys have on your team, and it's
Yeah,
it just works
for
from
sure.
there.
For sure.
But yeah, nah, dude.
I mean, to shoot the ball that good, it has to come at practice, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like it just doesn't just come.
Yeah,
I mean, some of it is natural, but like at the same time, practice. Like, what is y'all's practices for? I mean, even for a region game, like, is there a difference in the region and states rather than a regular season practice?
Yeah. Oh, I definitely say for sure. I mean, right now we're just focusing a lot on shooting because our bodies. I mean, it's late in the season, so beat up.
Yeah.
So we're still going hard for sure, but like a little more laxed, I'd say. But knowing that like we gotta lock in, no more funny business. So yeah, I'd say a lot of shooting, a lot of reps, and just getting in the groove to know that this could be our last few games, so we just gotta put everything out there.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So where did you play AAU before?
Oh yeah, I've played AAU since I was first grade, second grade.
I mean like circuit, like.
Oh no, I never played. I had a few trials for circuit teams, and I was gonna play for them, but then just things kind of fell through.
Okay.
But no, I never played on a circuit, which I never really had any of my recruitment come from AAU, which is kind of like the opposite of other kids.
Yeah, because like some people like will get the recruitment from high school, like playing
Yeah.
in the state game, right?
Yeah.
Or sometimes you'll get that recruitment from going to Texas, going to Florida, wherever you go to, right?
Yeah.
So who did you play for?
I played for a local team most of my high school career, and I played for a team out of West Virginia called Narrow Gate. And they the dude that ran it just like kind of paid for all of our tournaments. So it was just kind of we played like big shots, hoop group, all those like kind of tournaments, like kind of like bigger but not like circuit tournaments. And yeah, I mean they were good. I had a few like D2s and D3s reach out afterwards, but nothing crazy. I'd say most of my recruitment came from just like sending out a ton of film to schools and like kind of like hearing about games and stuff, like high school games. That's where most of my recruitment came from.
Yeah. I mean, you had D3 and D2 like, offers, interest, whatever. What like mainly came down to your decision for JMU is the one?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I was like super little, I fell in love with JMU. I'd go to the games and stuff, and it's like a place I always want to go because like close to home. And then the coaching staff is like incredible there, just great people, great guys to be around. It's like such a great program, and yeah, it's just when they hit me up and they offered me, it was something I couldn't really pass up because their facilities there are so nice. Like I feel like I can become a great not just basketball player but like person off the court. So yeah, it's something I would definitely like.
That's awesome. And I mean, I see you post a lot of like TikTok and Instagram and stuff like about your faith and stuff.
Yeah.
How big a part is that in your basketball?
Oh, it's the most important thing for me. I mean, every night, good, bad game, my biggest goal is just like, did I make a step in being a better person and a better person of faith? You know what I'm saying? Like, go home, read my Bible, pray, and just that's just the most important thing for me. And just even if I have a bad game, my main goal is just for people to know that I believe in Jesus Christ and that no matter what happens, that's the main goal in life, and it's been eternity for Him. So yeah, that's definitely. I mean, everything that I've done, accomplishments, I couldn't have done anything without God. So it's super important.
That's awesome.
I can respect that for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely. You know, I feel like even when you play those games, you know, the numbers that you put up, whether it's low, you know, whether it's high, you know, it's not your plan, it's God's. You know, when you go out there, when you have the ability to make those shots, you know, it's our plan. You know, we're the one doing it, but at the same time, He's the one who gives us the wisdom to do it. You know,
Exactly.
He's the one giving us power to do it, and I feel like some people forget to go back and thank Him for the good and the bad, because you know, when you have those bad games, God puts you through trials for a reason, and He wants to see how you respond. And if you have that bad game, you're like, you know, it's fine, okay. I maybe didn't produce what I needed to, but the team still got the win.
Exactly.
Or even if you lost, look, it happened for a reason. We don't know why right now, but we will know at some point.
For sure.
And I can definitely respect that.
That's great.
Before a game, I was surprised because we talked to Mason about like what he does before a game, and he was like, you know, I practice my breathing. You know, I pray before the game, and I was like, wow. So like, what is your like before game like? Do you do anything? Any sort of stretches? You know, breathing exercises? Because that's something that I learned.
Yeah. I definitely got to stretch. That's super important, is stretching. And even after the game, stretching is super important.
For sure.
And just stretching, just really like focusing my mind on the game. Like I'll just try to like imagine like what I do in certain moments, like watching film, seeing how teams guard. Just kind of like get my head right for knowing what's gonna happen in the game. And yeah, I've never really focused on breathing, but that's actually something I might need to, because breathing's like super important. Yeah,
I never thought about it.
Yeah,
I genuinely never thought about it. And he was here, and he was like, you know, I try to work on my breathing. And then after the podcast, when we were done filming, Cam asked him, he was like, so what do you do? And he was like, basically I inhale for 5 seconds and release for 3. And he does that a couple times, and it helps him like just mentally get himself right.
Yeah.
And I was like, never would have thought about it.
Yeah. What the heck? That's awesome.
That's why I like having people on this podcast. You learn so many different things, and like that can help each other, and that's like the biggest thing. And I think that's pretty cool. So
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's one thing. Whenever I actually heard him talk about it, that's something that I used.
Yeah.
The next game.
Different. You used it?
Yeah, I actually did. I promise you I did. Just in like, I feel like it really just helps with nerves, you know, because whether you're playing good team, mediocre team, bad team, big game, small game, you always have those, you know, those little butterflies before a game, and it just means that you care a lot about the game.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing, but I feel like just doing it kind of let those go. And
it's crazy too, the difference of like the nerves you feel in like a region game rather than a regular season game.
Oh yeah.
Dude, when we played Western, I was like, before the game, dude, I've never had that much nerves before a game. And I'm a senior. I've been there for 5 years. And I've like, granted, it was a good game, but like.
Hey, you had a good game.
It was like.
Probably best game you had all season.
It was 16 of the 18.
Dude, he had 16 of our first 18.
That's what's up.
But I'm going to be honest. You know, since the season's over, I can talk about, you know, whatever. And, you know, I am proud of how we played that night, you know.
Oh, yeah, y'all balled out for sure.
I mean, you know, without Trey, District Player of the Year in the Valley, and without Gunner, a big-time senior that, you know, he's played for 2 years, started the beginning of the year, you know, without having 2 of those players going into that game, you know, it's obviously a little bit stressful. I could tell it was a little bit stressful on Cam. And, you know, to go out there and to hold a team like that to 14 points in the first half, I myself was surprised. And especially, you know, going there and doing it. Because, I mean, that's a tough atmosphere to play.
Yeah.
I remember playing there. But, you know, at the end of the day, Western got the win. I respect them for it. But I'm proud of how we fought.
But that all comes down to just trusting yourself and trusting your teammates. Like That's the biggest thing when it comes down to, you know, basketball or any sport in general or anything in life, really. Just trusting the people around you. You know, like, you got the game, you know it. That's the biggest thing I talk to you is like, bro, you got the game. Just go in there and shoot the ball. Because, like, you know you can shoot it. You get in the game, don't even shoot the ball. And I'm like, what you on the floor for then? You know what I mean? It's like, how do you, like, get your teammates going when, like, all right, you see the potential in them, but they're not using it? You know what I'm saying? So, like, you as a leader on the court, how do you get them going?
I mean, I feel like the biggest thing for me is if they miss one shot, It's fine. They missed 2 shots, it's fine. Like you can't let them get in your head. You gotta like tell them like it's good, keep shooting. Like those are shots we want you taking. And like basketball is a game where bad shots are gonna get taken.
Yeah.
And if you let those bad shots like affect you on the next play, like our coach staff always tells us be a goldfish. Goldfish forget. Like I think within 5 seconds of what they did in the last 5 seconds. So yeah, if you can get in the mindset to where like the last play doesn't matter, I'm gonna get it back on this play. Like that's where you're gonna make growth for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you said it good. I mean, I think the biggest thing is
Dog's
like,
chewing on the toy. I have
Huh?
to tell him to stop. All I hear is squeak,
The
squeak,
dog
squeak,
up
squeak.
there.
I'm sorry.
yeah, I was like, kind of like, what are you doing on your phone?
Yeah,
I was like,
I had to check.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, being a basketball player, being an athlete in general can just be hard sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
For sure.
mentally, physically.
It physically. took a
How did
toll.
you, like, me and him talk about it all the time after practices. We were just physically exhausted.
Oh.
Like, just, and we're not college athletes. We didn't really know, like, all right, what's the best recovery to do? To be honest, we didn't do any recovery.
But also we don't have,
The
we don't
resources.
have the resources. We don't have hyperbaric chambers.
Yeah.
Hyperbaric chambers.
We don't have all the stuff that they're
Yeah.
like access to.
Yeah.
We have we have athletic trainers,
Mm.
but when you get to that level, you got 25, 30, 50
Oh,
athletic
yeah.
trainers sitting there ready to
Yeah.
help you
Yeah.
personally.
It's crazy.
And for high school you get 1 or 2,
Mm-hmm.
and they do a phenomenal job.
But
Shout
I-
out to our athletic trainers.
Yeah.
But when you get to that level, there's more money put into it. You
Yeah.
know. So, actually, what is the do you know a lot of the JMU recovery? Like, cause you were there.
Yeah, they have they got ice baths, hot tub. They
Yeah.
got like a 0 gravity treadmill.
The heck is that?
What is that?
I don't even know. They told me. I think it's like it takes the weight off of like you running. So like if you have an injury or something, so you can like ease your way back to like a normal running. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You gotta try that
Some
out.
features.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not, because hopefully I don't have like a serious
No, I
injury,
mean
but-
like just try it out.
yeah, just like
You
try
gotta-
it. Yeah, it's cool. It looks like something from Mars. I don't even know. It's crazy.
Right.
And they got so much stuff in there, like laser therapies, like crazy stuff. I mean,
Stuff I ain't even heard
when,
about.
When I was on my tour, the Coach Spradlin was like, he's been in NBA arenas. He said this is one of the nicest ones he's ever seen, and it's at JMU. So it's crazy. It's crazy nice.
Right.
Was that something that definitely went into your decision?
Oh yeah, I mean the facilities there are crazy. Like, I mean one of the nicest in the country, I'd say. It's insane. Like,
Bruh.
it's crazy. It's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I think, going back to like recovery and everything, I feel like especially a sport like basketball, like because it's different from like baseball and stuff, because for
Yeah.
baseball you have those little breaks, but I know like for our practices, it's 100% the entire time.
Really?
You do a drill here, you run to the next drill.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Boom, you start that one up. Then you run to the next drill. Okay, and then you get your little minute and a half, 2-minute water breaks. You come straight back and it's drill, drill, drill. You don't get those little breaks. And I feel like, for baseball or like any other sport, you get a little bit of break to get there, or you're waiting in line to do something. Like
Yeah.
for basketball, I know for us at least, it was 20. Like, bro, it was. I mean, it was tough, and you don't have that resource to always, get the chance to recover, or even get the time to recover.
Yeah.
We were talking about how you play 3 or 4 games a week sometimes.
Yeah.
Like that can take a toll for
sure.
But I honestly think it just comes down to sleep. Like, you have a game, you get home at 10 o'clock, you stay up on your phone until 2.
Watch
And
film.
I'm even a victim of it, but
Watch film.
and it's just like, bro, wake up at 6, go to practice. Sometimes, like, yeah, that recovery is so important in sports.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, I think that's a big factor when you're making a college decision for sure.
No doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt.
No, I can definitely vouch for that. But I want to go back to your season, right? So how many points are you at right now? I know you got your 1,000.
Yeah. I got my 1,000 my junior season in the district quarterfinals, I think. And then
Something's light.
I hit the
Can't even know how
I hit the all-time leading boys scoring record at Luray against Rappahannock County 2 or 3 weeks ago or something like that.
I think that's what I saw.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
was 1482. So I'm sitting around 1,600 couple, maybe pushing 17. I don't know the exact number, but
Holy
yeah.
goodness.
Yep.
Is that That's 5 seasons. Did you play varsity as an 8th grader?
No, I played JV as 8th grader. So that's
9th
4
grader, you
seasons.
played varsity.
Yeah, 9th grader. I
So
played varsity.
you have that's only 4 years you didn't reclass.
no
4
reclasses. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Sorry. Sorry. It ain't no big thing.
Ain't nothing like T-Nick at y'all's place. He had like what?
Yeah, but
26?
okay, yeah, but I think he got. Did he get some of his private school points?
People say he did. Some people say he didn't.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think he had like 1,000 points of senior season or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Did he actually?
2001
Yeah.
season. Yeah.
I'm pretty
He had
sure.
1,000
And then the
in
previous
season?
year he had
I'm
like
pretty
850.
Well, but I
Yeah.
remember seeing like stats
That's
after the
insane,
game.
bro.
I remember seeing like stats after a game, and for his it was like 33 points, 7-8 rebounds and stuff. And I was
Yeah.
like, holy
He had 54 in one game.
Yeah,
Like,
he
dude.
He had
was a baller.
54?
He was a baller.
54.
against who? You know or
Central. No. Yeah, Central.
okay, but also at the same time, I feel like just putting up that much numbers, like I don't know. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
I don't even
I feel
know.
like that was I don't know.
Just
It's crazy, and he would do it every night. Like it was something he'd do every night too.
you know.
Just come in.
I want to get him on the podcast. That's
that'd be tough.
and hopefully we can. But I want to ask him like how his mental was going into those games.
Yeah.
Cause bro, when you score 30, 40 points, you're expected to do it now.
Oh yeah, every night.
You're expected, and so like
you know something crazy? I still remember sitting in that student section when he scored because I was an 8th grader.
you in the student section.
Because I just got done playing.
We made a little student section for the young.
Just listen to this. We were in the calculator, right? Guess how many points he had in the first half?
How many?
Just take a guess.
30.
20.
Close. 36.
In
In the first half.
Holy.
I still remember the picture in my head of the calculator. 36 points in the first half.
That's
I
a-
remember, bro. That was when East Rock was like, people would sit on the other side, like on the away side, to watch the games
Oh yeah.
because there wasn't nowhere to sit.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
He was crazy. He was tough.
I wish that was like every game.
You're a 6'7" frame,
Oh yeah, he was
215
huge.
pounds.
Yeah.
In high school, bro. Like,
Yeah.
And
He
could
could
do
shoot the
everything.
rock too. Yeah.
Well,
6'7",
Well, plus his junior year he committed, right? He committed his junior year.
yeah.
So he was on a meal plan his junior year and senior year.
Bro, he was already.
Oh, for sure.
He was
But he was-
6'4", 190
No.
his freshman year.
No, but as soon as he committed, they changed his whole dietary. That's when he actually started to get like bulk. Like he got big. Then.
He definitely got bigger. Yeah.
No, he did for sure.
Didn't his like girlfriend go to VCU or something?
Yeah.
VCU then
yeah.
1000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did she have 1,000?
I don't know.
Solely have
Let's
1,000?
hop off the T-Net glaze here.
Well, we're not glazing. We're just
we
talking about it.
100% are glazing right now.
I don't care.
It's all right. We'll have him on the pod and then we'll talk about it.
Then we'll actually be able to talk about it.
All right.
That'll be
it's
fun.
But my question was like, since we're talking about him, is there like somebody like it could be high school or college, NBA that you model your game by?
That bottled my game by. When I was little, I used to love Steph Curry.
Steph.
So I'd say
Oh, yeah.
probably Steph's just like
Makes
shooting
sense.
from volleyball line and stuff.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
I still remember when we played y'all this year at your place. Dude, inbounds play, as soon as you got it, I think you was behind the volleyball
I
line.
think that was on me.
I think you were behind the volleyball
I wasn't
line.
guarding him though.
You let that thing fly. Nothing but net.
No, I
I'm
was
like,
okay.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was guarding. I don't remember who I was guarding, but I was guarding someone else, and
Bro.
Matthew like faked one way and went the other, and like lost whoever was guarding him, and then he just grabbed it and chucked it up from the volleyball line, and I ran over from help defense, and so it looks like I was guarding him in the clip, and he just drained it. I was like,
Yeah,
That's
I,
funny.
you were
Tough shot.
you were a baller. I mean, your whole high school career, but this year, dude, you took a step, bro. Like,
Yeah.
your
Appreciate
game,
it.
like the first game we played, you was hitting fadeaways. I mean, I don't even know what you was doing. Honestly, it blew
well, no,
me away,
I
bro.
remember, no,
Appreciate it.
Over 2 people.
But I remember whenever we played him at East Rock, I think the first half we actually defended him
I had
kind of
like
well.
5 points at half. Yeah.
And we went into the locker room. We were like, yo, we actually, we were like in there. We were like, yeah, okay. So we got Matthew. And then the second half, he went out and he scored like 15 or 16 or 18, something like that. And I was like, happens.
Yeah, but
happens.
then we went there, and I think you had like the first 10 points or something, bro. You-
Something
That was a
like
good
that.
game.
Yeah, it was.
Bro.
I
I
remember
enjoyed
that
playing y'all. Y'all were very good this year. I
Yeah. Like, I used to have this dream that, all right, I want to play college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Then I met, players like you, and it's just like there's levels to the sport. All right, and I just kind of I don't want to say I gave up on my dream, but
You kind of just found a new dream.
I found a new dream
though.
at the same time.
Golf.
Yeah, golf.
Yeah.
I think you just low key found golf, found that you liked it more, found that basketball is a little bit more difficult than you saw it
Especially
to be, and just kind of
when
switch your perspective. I don't think you quit. You just switch your perspective.
Especially when
Split your arm in half.
yeah. But
That was
stuff
in
happens.
AU, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Blaze, yeah. I
Right
knew
after
that.
it was like 2-3 weeks right after season ended.
Wow.
That was.
Rough. Yeah.
Cam was in a cheese ball.
I was in the cheese ball.
It was funny there because you have to wear like these little like basically, what does it do?
Well, so all right. Like the yellow thing I was in,
Yeah.
like this. All right. So after my surgery, they put me in this block, right? Because they put me in they gave me an option for a nerve block before the surgery, and I said no, right? Nerve blocks are for pain. After the surgery, yeah, no, I said give me the nerve block. It's this long needle that goes in your neck or something. They just stick. They do like an ultrasound. And they stick it in your neck.
Wait, were you
So,
awake?
well, I was in and out a little bit. I was still under
The anesthesia.
medicine. So
Anesthesia.
your whole arm, I couldn't feel it. Like it was just like this. So I had no movement in it for 48 hours.
Wow.
So that's why like the cheese block it held my arm up. That's the only way I had. And actually, it gave me nerve damage in my hand. So like now I still can't. I still have nerve damage in my hand from it. So
Really?
yeah. So like for 3-4 months, I couldn't feel the whole top of my hand.
Yo.
So it was weird. It was
That's
definitely a
rough.
weird experience, but yeah, that's what the cheese block was for.
That's your left hand, though,
That's
right?
my left hand,
Oh, that's
yeah.
better than
Yeah,
your right, because that's
yeah.
your
So-
shooting hand.
But
Yeah,
no-
because you shot the ball decent this year.
Yeah.
that's all I did. I rebounded. My passing was better this year.
How many shots before the injury did you shoot a day?
Dude, so I was on this thing like I was gonna make 25,000 shots in the summer.
Oh yeah, because we had a tracker that over the summer.
I had a spreadsheet of it when I was determined I was gonna make 25,000 shots. Yeah, well that only lasted 9 days.
How many shots did you shoot?
I try to get at least 500 to 1,000, depending on like what I do each day.
Makes or shots?
I usually shots, but I do keep track of how many I make just to get that percentage. But I try to do it around that area, and then depending on like what I lift that day, arms, legs, upper, back, whatever. And yeah, just depending on like what kind of like skills work I do every day. So yeah, it really just depends. But I try to get at least 500 to 1,000 each day.
That's a lot. Holy
Yeah.
cow. Yeah, well, it takes what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
do
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and that's why
that's-
you're Division I player now. So
Yeah.
that's why I said there's levels to this sport,
There is.
and
It was actually funny because like, so my dad, right, he used to play men's league, right, when he was like young, and it's like a church league type thing. And one time, he ended up playing a bunch of JMU players. They were like they just stopped playing. He broke his ankle that
What?
game. The guy went up for a like a big like layup or something, and like split like 2 or 3 people. And my dad jumped with him, and he landed on his ankle. And bro, I was like, that's when I figured out, okay, yeah, there is levels to this. All right?
Yeah.
Cause like I love like I used to like go there and just like watch them play, and like then I saw them play like that JMU team, and I was like, holy cow,
They're
Like,
nice.
it's
it's absolutely nuts.
there's definitely levels to it, but what is, if you can like tell us, what type of like workouts are you doing right now? Like what do they have you doing right now?
So to start, they gave me a plan back in. So I committed September, end of September, like midway through October. I got in contact with the workout athletic kind of guy, and they started me off like it's a different kind of workout. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. A lot of stuff I've never even done before, but like I could actually feel it. Like I like during the time I was doing it, I like could really feel myself making like huge improvements. But just a lot of plyos, really, a lot of like quickness, agility stuff, and then they focus a lot on upper body for sure. Just like do a lot of bench press, and so to start the week, so you do like 5 sets of 6, 5 sets of 8, and then next week would be 5 sets of 7, and then 5 sets of 6, 5 sets of 5, and then you'd like try to build your weight up each week, and
then track it.
yeah, and then track, and then the next month it'll go back to 5 sets of 8, 5 sets. So like that's kind of how they do it.
Okay.
And then usually I think it was Wednesdays and Saturdays would be like designated track days. So I would like go to the track after school and just like kind of do a bunch of like track, running, agility, kind of stuff to work on that. But yeah, it was really fun. I was doing it. They kind of I haven't been doing it as near as much just because like the season and stuff. Been a lot really busy with that. But yeah, I'll probably start that back up again once the season's over.
So do you like you just like run on the track, short sprint, or do you do like long runs? 'Cause,
It's a mix of both. Sometimes,
Okay.
so like to start, I'll like do these things where I'll like lay down, I hop up and like work on exploding.
Okay.
And then I'll do some sprints. I'll do some long running stuff. It all just depends. It's different things each day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nah, cause like I know you don't really get anything out of it. Like it's just good. Like honestly, it helps me mental and physical. But I went on like over the summer. I went on like longer runs.
Yeah.
Like I would run like around this field behind the house, and it's like a road that goes all the way around, and it goes like East Point Road, and it was like a 6-mile run, 6.5-mile run.
Okay.
And bro, like doing those and like wearing like some headphones or something, bro, like it helps me physically, right? Just like staying in shape, and all that. But like low key, like mentally, it helped me a lot.
No, for sure.
Like getting out, right, and just like being able to like just listen to music, kind of chill, like. And then like it got to a point where like if I'm having like a stressful day, bro, like I would just go out and like be like, all right, like I'm gonna go on a run. I'll see y'all in like an hour.
Yeah.
And like I think that's something that like not a lot of people do. But like it low key, it helped me a lot.
Yeah, it's like
mentally.
super calming. Like
Bro.
just like seeing like it's so peaceful. Like,
Well, especially around here.
Yeah.
You got so many, you got mountains and stuff, and like it's just peaceful. Like you genuinely like if you're ever like thinking about like a situation or you don't know what to do about something, or like you got a big game coming up, right? Stuff like that, bro. And I know that you can't go on long runs. That's too draining on the body right now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like even going out for like a walk, like stuff like that with like music and stuff, genuinely like it'll clear your head and help you make a decision, right? Like that, dude, that helped me a lot.
Yeah. Over the summer, I think my favorite thing to do is like go on night runs. I just run like
For real?
the roads at night. It was night runs. It's cool.
Dude,
It's
I
fun.
need to try that out there.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Bro, I mean, I just feel like a lot of people just like you don't know what they're going through, and I think like mental health is no joke.
No,
Like, I feel like
it's no
people
joke.
take that stuff like, all right, well, everybody has something going on. It's like
Yeah.
the thing is people take it differently,
Mm-hmm.
and the biggest thing is like just talk it out with somebody.
Yeah.
Like you feeling this way, just talk it out. And I think like I'm gonna go on a little rant here, but I think the biggest thing is just find some close people and just that you can really trust. Like when I met Cam, I like it was like an instant connection. So I was like, I can talk to him about whatever I'm worried about, and then like your family, of course, like.
But I feel like sometimes with family it can get a little like.
It can, because you don't want them to worry about you and stuff.
Yeah. No,
that's
I
the
can
biggest
agree with
thing.
that,
But
for
like,
sure.
as an athlete and as somebody that you got school every day, there's always stress.
Oh yeah.
Always. So like,
Yeah.
the biggest thing is like, just talk it.
Yeah, just
talk it
talk.
out. And for me, the biggest thing was church. When I started going to church, dude, I understood so much more. Like, I used to like feel bad for myself. Why do I? Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna spill this. I struggle with anxiety.
Yeah.
Very, like, a lot. And when I started going to church, it changed my perspective on everything. And just, it's in God's hands.
Exactly.
And what was the verse today? I forget now.
Was it the delay one?
It was like, what was it? I forget now. I don't know. I'll look it up later. But I don't know. It was like, just don't sit here and be like, well, God's not doing it yet, so just kind of give up.
Yeah.
Never give up. God's working on you. God's waiting for how you respond to the adversity.
No doubt.
And if he sees you just kind of shut down, he's not going to be like, all right, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Just hand it to you. He's going to be like, all right, how are you responding to this situation? And if you're responding well, then you might see some light. You may not. It might come years later down the road.
Someone listened to church today.
I did. I'm telling you,
what's up.
dude. It's something that you just gotta feel it, and
No doubt.
there's nothing. Once you feel that connection with God, there's no better feeling,
No doubt.
and it brings light to you. just go to church, listen to the sermon. The worship music was great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where
all I
do you
got all I gotta say is go to church.
Yeah.
No
where,
doubt,
where do you
especially-
go to church, or do you go to church?
Church of Nazarene in Harrisonburg. I don't know if
Okay.
y'all know where that
Yeah,
is.
no, that's a big church. I think.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Where y'all go?
So we go to Upper Rim. We go.
Okay.
It's like high school's right here, church is right here.
Oh, that's
it's
what's up.
right beside the high
That's
school.
what's up.
Yeah.
So I feel like one thing that I feel like I've been called to do is to get people in the church, especially young people.
Yeah.
So I got a couple friends that go there right now. One time I just asked him, you want to go to church? Yeah, let's do it. And he went there. He experienced it, and then the second time he went, and
My phone at.
instead of him just being like, I didn't ask him because I wanted to see, is he gonna take it serious?
Yeah.
And so, I was like,
Do a little
I'm
switcheroo
not
real
gonna
quick.
ask him. I'm gonna see what happens. And he texted me in the morning. He's like, "What time should I, come over so we can go to church?" And I was like, "Let's do it." And that was the day that he was able to get saved.
Wow.
And I was like,
That's awesome.
dude, making that connection, I feel like it helps a lot with mental health, and especially as an athlete, bro.
Yeah.
It takes a mental toll.
It does.
It does. And I bet you've experienced that.
Oh,
This year.
100%. 100%.
Do you have any situations that happened this year where it's like a mental toll or a physical toll you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me is every player goes through slumps,
Definitely.
shooting slumps. Just not playing to what you're capable of, and it's in that moment where you really realize that okay, I'm gonna have to take a deep breath, take a step back, and just look at life. Like, it's a blessing to wake up every day.
Right.
It's a blessing to be able to go about your day. Like, some people can't do that.
Nope.
And just knowing that at the end of the day, basketball is a game. Like, it's not my life. It's not what defines me.
Nope.
I'm defined by the person I am and who God created me to be, and that's just to spread the word and just to
awesome.
be a great person.
That
I found the verse. It's 1 Peter 6-7.
Okay.
It says that believers can rejoice despite suffering temporary, varied trials. So basically, it means trials are not intended to destroy, but to refine and prove the authenticity of faith.
I feel like one thing that really hit me this week, right? So I had a close family member pass away, and that's why we couldn't get the podcast out.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm really
No,
sorry.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And I feel like one thing that helped me out throughout the week is we had a bunch of the church group over, and they told me, they were like, look, God will never put a trial in front of you that He knows that you can't handle.
Exactly.
And when I heard, it's not something that I've ever heard. I've always it's something that I've thought about, but it's never something that really got told to me. So when I got told that, I was like, I can't feel bad for myself, right? I can't, because at the end of the day, He put this in my life for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and He puts you through these trials not to hurt you, not to dim you, but He puts you through those trials for you to see how you come out in the end.
100%.
And I feel like that's one thing that definitely helped, because He's not trying to destroy you. He's trying to see, okay, are you serious about me?
Exactly.
And that's definitely one thing that hit. But
And I feel like the world we live in today, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
And it's like,
So sad.
it's,
Yep.
dude, just, all I got to say is go to church.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say,
that's-
literally.
do.
That's one thing
Like
that,
Christ.
dude, it helped me a lot. I took it I started taking it extremely serious last year around about April, and ever since then it helps me a lot with when trials come up in my life, and it definitely helped with the basketball season.
Oh, for sure.
It just
For sure.
helps everyday life.
Yeah.
Anything you do. I mean, just getting up in the morning, you just feel like, all right, I'm going to get in bed and just lay around and, feel sorry for myself. Nah, just get up. God's giving you these legs. Just get up, go on with your life, put one foot in front of the other,
Yeah.
just keep on going.
100%.
It's just, it's not that easy sometimes, but it is that easy.
Yeah. Is there any sort of anything that you've been told by pastors, preachers, and that's really stuck with you, especially with your walk with God?
I think the biggest thing I can remember is my dad would always just preach to me you can't let temporary things define things in the long run. You can't let you can't let something right now define who you are for the future. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I've always lived by for sure. You know, my life verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I feel like as athletes, that's just such a great verse. You know, I'll tell it to myself before games. I'll pray before games, and it's just something that's so comforting knowing that like you have somebody that cares about you at the end of the day. Like I can go to bed knowing that like when I wake up, I know for a fact that like God loves me and that I'm gonna fail him every day. Like we're all gonna fail him.
We all
We're
fail
sinners.
him. Yeah.
But it's just so comforting knowing that like I have somebody that truly loves, like literally died for me. So it's just amazing to know.
I think that's something that definitely helped, is that like genuinely, you know, going past what, you know, the walk can get you in at the end of your life, right?
Yeah.
Getting you in to the gates. I feel like that's what I used to think about, but instead it actually came to like, okay, I want to build a relationship. I want to get to know you, and I want you to get to know me.
Yeah.
Which he knows everything about me. He knows the hair. They say that, you know, he knows every hair on my head, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted him to see, you know, the me that changed, you know.
100%.
And I feel like that definitely helps in the basketball season.
No doubt.
A lot. And like I wrote a couple verses on my shoes last year, and like just little stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like I miss a shot, I look down at my feet, he's with me, you know. I don't know. It's just something that I guess I do.
Yeah. No. That's awesome. Yeah, for sure.
But
What the heck? Holy cow! That door just swung open.
oh, it's Dad.
It's your dad.
What's up, Dad? How we doing?
Get him in the podcast real quick. Get him in the frame.
Oh no, he's wearing the T-shirt that we said. He's wearing that T-shirt.
Get him in the
today.
frame. Get him in the frame.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still filming.
Yeah. It's good. It's all good.
Yeah, you good?
It's all good. But yeah,
Jay, where we at right now?
that got us out of our little dark moment we got into. So
I think it's something that can help a lot of people.
No doubt.
I mean, bro, one thing that we talked about with Josh, and I was really glad that we talked about it, was was mental health.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's something that a lot of people can battle for so long,
For sure.
and especially as men, feeling like I can't go tell somebody because I'm gonna look weak,
Mhm.
right? And at the end of the day, you have your friends to reach out to.
yeah.
Okay,
100%.
and I feel like also at the same time something that helps you in a relationship when if you feel like you can't tell a friend, or you don't have that family member to tell, or you don't have that leader at the church to help with, is just finding a relationship with God and just being able to talk to Him about it and genuinely just having a conversation with Him, and because at the end of the day, He's the only thing. He's the only person that can get us through any sort of
100%.
trial.
The biggest thing for me that I kind of like once I started going to church is like I really realized like not to like feel embarrassed. Like I'm not embarrassed that I go through what I go through, or like people see me, like they see some of my facial expressions that I make and stuff. I'm not gonna really talk about that much, but it's like, because sometimes I would be embarrassed about it because I'd be like, all right, people are looking at me this certain way. Yeah. And once I started going to church and like I just like realized like there are people there that love you and your family loves you, and it's like
You're also
all you need.
You're also made in God's image.
You are, and
so you were made the way you were for a purpose.
He made me how I needed to be made.
Exactly.
And I'm not embarrassed about who I am.
Awesome.
I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And it's like,
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, a lot of people like to say, too skinny. I want to bulk. You hear that all the time through the winter. Gotta get the
I want
bulk.
the bulk.
Gotta get the bulk.
That's it
Cam's
all the
talking
time.
about it. Gotta get the bulk. And in basketball season, you don't get that bulk.
Nah, you lose it all.
I lost 14 pounds.
Yeah,
over the
literally.
season. Bro, and it's like, in those moments, bro, He made you for a reason. He made you for a purpose. He made your whole body the reason, the same way that He made, what's a famous person? Curry's body. Okay, the same way. Okay, he just got blessed with different abilities.
Yeah.
That you did.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That's just what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like that's something that a lot of people need to be careful with what you say.
Oh yeah.
You don't like your body. You don't like this. You don't like that. You don't like the way you feel mentally. Well, God made you that way for a reason.
Like people will be like trash talking you and like saying bad stuff to each other. It's like we're all guilty of it.
Oh yeah.
So like why and we have our capabilities and incapabilities. So like why are we judging each other when we all have our pros and cons?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like there's just no need for it, and I think and I'm guilty of it. So it's the biggest thing is just love each other
100%.
because you can't hate somebody and love God.
Yeah.
No, you can't have hate in your body.
No.
You can't. Now, one thing that I think I've came to peace with is you can dislike
Oh yeah.
things.
Yeah, yeah.
We are not perfect.
No.
You can dislike things. That's okay.
Yeah.
But when you pull out the word hate, that means you don't like anything about that.
Yeah.
And like I hate when people say like, I hate you. When you say that, that means you dislike everything. Everything about
Everything.
them.
Yeah.
Which means that you're also disliking the image of God.
No, sometimes it's just out of you're
Emotion.
you're in an argument, out of emotion. So.
Yeah.
So,
But-
yeah.
Just find God, man. That's all I gotta say.
Find God. That's what's up.
Find God.
So like when did you take that walk serious, or have you just taken that walk serious your whole life? Because some people are blessed that way.
Yeah. I mean, I've always grown up in church, and
Yeah.
my parents always preach the gospel to me, and that's definitely a blessing because I mean, without that, I wouldn't be who I am today or have anything I have today. But I mean, obviously, when you're a kid, you just don't take it as seriously because I mean, you're young. You're young. You're figuring out.
You don't understand it all.
Exactly. You're just figuring out life, and and I mean, I look back at my life then, and I look back at my life now. I'm just like, wow, how different like I am as a person. And I'd say all throughout middle school, I was just, I'd say a lukewarm Christian. Like I said, I believed in God, but I didn't really like preach it. I was
Same
like,
way.
I don't want to say I was embarrassed because I wasn't embarrassed, but I didn't go out of my way to like share about God. And
Same way.
Yeah. And I'd say I started taking it serious so my freshman year, no, my sophomore year, I got diagnosed with Lyme's disease.
Ooh.
And that took a big toll on me because I couldn't eat certain things. I couldn't play basketball for like a month or two. And I would like pass out. I get really sick. And then I was in and out of the doctor's office. Like I was barely at school. And then over the summer, they told me I might have cancer. And it was a big toll on my just everything, mentally, physically, and that was probably the lowest moment of my life. And where at moments I was just like why God, like why happening to me? Like I'm trying to play college basketball, like what are you doing? And I think that goes back to the trial, saying like God never gives you something you can't handle. And I just found myself one night, I was just sad. I was sitting in my room, and I'd never really opened my Bible and read it, just like on my own. And I just found myself, I think it was August of 2024, I think. And I started reading my Bible. I started playing some worship music, and I just started writing notes down. And that's when I really started talking to God, and I was like, I really want to dedicate my life to Him, because in that moment He just gave me a peace about everything that was happening, that it was something that I'd never felt before, and it was something that I wanted to feel more of. And ever since that day, I've really just tried to take my relationship with Christ serious, and just spread the word, because I mean, at the end of the day, this is life, and we only get one of them. And I know Jesus is real, and I just want other people to know Jesus is real and spend eternity with Him.
Dude, you couldn't have said it any better, and I'm glad that you could share something like that, something so personal. For me, what really sparked my faith is one day I'm talking to my mom, and I turn over to the left, and I got a tiny little lump on my neck, and the first thing that you think of is cancer. That's just the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And that really scared me in that time.
100%.
And at that point I was like, why? I said the same thing, why? And it encouraged me that I need to take a step of faith.
Yeah.
And I got my relationship right with God. I went in to get an ultrasound, and it was the week after I got saved I got my ultrasound.
Wow.
Or I got saved, and then a week after I got my ultrasound.
Okay.
And they couldn't find a thing.
Wow. That's
and
awesome.
Nothing grew. And they're like, there's nothing there, And I was like, I'm just blessed.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he put me in that trial to see how much is He gonna put His faith into me. And I feel like there's something that I got told in church today that my pastor was preaching about, and it was instead of why, what now? Say what now?
I like that.
What now? What do you want me to do now?
That's
when-
awesome.
you know, and that's something that stuck with me
She
today.
also spit a bar out there that says, it was like, what was it? Turn the mess into a message or
Dude.
something like that.
And
the
I feel
mess
like-
in your life, turn it into a message.
And that's what I got to speak on today. Yeah. that's what you just got to speak on today.
100%.
And like that's something that I'll be able to cherish.
You
And,
just for-
For sure.
really, me, Kim, are we serious? But no, I'm glad we got to talk about that.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
No.
It's important.
I feel like some people, you know, they discount it because they feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, I'm gonna pull it out there. Okay, you know, Cam went to my church. You know, I was like, look, I asked him, you want to be saved? He's like, well, I don't know. You know, people are gonna think this way. You know, what if I cry and they see me? And I'm like, I promise you, you're not even gonna like.
I get chills.
When like I remember when I had that moment, I don't remember, bro. I was like so, just like mentally,
in.
like I just don't remember because
Yeah.
I don't care what other people are thinking of me.
Exactly.
Because I'm taking the biggest step that I'll ever take in my entire life.
Yeah.
The biggest step, that making a relationship with God is the most important thing that you'll ever do.
It really is.
Because that depends on how the rest of your life is gonna go and where you're gonna end up for eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for 100 years, 1,000 years, 100,000 years for eternity.
Yeah.
Some people, you know, you gotta think about it. Like
And
that.
I just want to say, from me and him, you ever need anything? Scratch the athlete part. As a
Yeah.
person, you ever need anything? Just hit us up, bro.
Sounds good, bro. I will.
Yeah.
Same goes with y'all to me.
Appreciate it, bro.
100%.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
yeah.
As a,
anybody watching this.
Yeah,
anyone
anybody.
watching this right now, if you're a Christian, okay, whatever sort of religion you have, or if you haven't found that religion yet, you can talk to us. We
100%.
are people that you can talk to, and I just want people to know that, and that you know, you don't have, because one thing that pushed me with my walk with God is having friends there.
Yeah.
Like that genuinely does help.
Yeah.
You know, and
doubt.
knowing that like if there's a problem that's happening, I have so many resources to go to.
100%.
So and I hope that you have the same. Like you have those resources. You know, you have your friends.
Yeah.
You said you were raised in a God house. You know, you go to church. I feel like that's, some people just don't have that.
No.
I'm genuinely so blessed that my parents, when I was so young, was pushing me. Let's go to church.
Yeah.
Whenever I'd be like, I don't know if I want to go to church.
Exactly.
No, let's go. Get ready. I'm so glad that I got to have that because some people don't. Some people don't have
Yeah.
those parents where they even go to church.
Mm-hmm.
And so they don't have that extra push to let's go.
Yeah.
And so I feel like my calling is to do that.
Exactly.
Is to tell my friends, let's go to church.
Because like obviously somebody told our parents, and
Correct.
I feel like if we're, because that's what we're called to do, if we can go tell other people about Jesus, that like they can start a family, and then their kids can be able to grow up in that. So it's just like a cycle that just endlessly repeats.
Yeah.
And
I'm telling you.
yeah.
Man. You said it, not
And
me.
people are gonna be like, well, they're not gonna want to watch it because it's it's boring or whatever. We don't care. Like,
Oh yeah.
if we lose followers just because we talked about God, so be it, man.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
It's all
I don't
about
care.
helping that one person. And
Exactly.
if you help that one
I don't-
person, that one person can help another person.
If dude,
Exactly.
if this podcast has just one person that even put in the comments, or even if they don't even have to say anything in this message that we spoke today, got to touch them, I'm glad.
Exactly. 100%.
Because
Couldn't
that
agree more.
if that touched them that well, then that means it's gonna touch whoever they talk to,
Yep.
and that person is gonna touch another person, and it's just an endless cycle, like
Exactly.
you just said.
It's what the world needs.
Exactly.
I mean,
It
the
genuinely
world's so
is.
broken, and
It is.
they just take they have like a stereotype on Christianity. I feel like it's boring. Like you can't have fun. Like we still have fun. Like
Dude, we definitely do.
100%. Like our life with God is amazing. Like I
Yeah.
don't think people understand how much better it truly is. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I mean, it's just how it is. But
Well, like one thing that I'm so blessed that we have here in the Valley, and I wasn't able to experience it. I was busy, but I don't know if you did it or I don't know if Cam did it. But they do like the Young Life trips.
yeah, I've heard about those.
Yeah.
I've never done one, but
No, I haven't either, and I want to be able to do one.
Yeah.
And it's basically where like a bunch of people right in the county, they all go on this big Young Life trip. You know, you go to cabins, you get cabins and stuff, and you just do fun things, and you have like they rent out this big place, and you get to like talk to people about it.
Yeah.
And like even if you're having a struggle, talk to me about it.
yeah,
And
100%.
I'm glad we have those resources.
I'm gonna point this out there. I don't know if you want me to, but I don't really care about your what you want to start? I mean, you can say it. You don't have to if you're even gonna start it. Are you?
I'd like to start it.
Yeah, we've been talking about it a little bit.
I think by me saying it, it'll push me to have to do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. One thing that I will be starting here very soon. I'm not gonna put out a date, but it'll be called Cam's Talks, and basically it'll just be like a talk on faith, Christianity, and anything to help people mentally. And I feel like that's I was in church the other day, and I went to the altar and I asked God, is that a plan that you want me to take? Is this something that I should take up?
Yeah.
And I felt like that he told me that I need to take it up, and so I am going to be starting that. It'll
That's
be
awesome.
15, 20-minute videos. It could
Yeah.
be 40-minute videos, but we could have guests. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's something that I'm doing. We'll see where it goes, wherever I end up doing it, if it's in the podcast room. Cam said he would help me behind the camera.
You know what's crazy though?
Heck
I was
yeah.
at the altar today and I had the same thought. Like, it's something like pushed me like, all right, I need to like tell people about it. I mean,
Dude.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not because I don't want to be like take her like you know what I'm saying like.
No, you're good.
But
You're good,
maybe
man.
we can have maybe I can do like
You can
Cam's talks too.
you can
I'm
do
just
things.
kidding.
You can do
I can
things
do
with me,
that,
man.
but-
But I want there to be a resource for people to go to, like,
Yeah.
because you have those people like
Yeah.
Bryce Crawford.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate
Bro,
everything
Bryce
he does.
Crawford,
Dude,
bro.
Oh yeah, he's a goat. He's a
it
goat.
helps me a lot.
100%.
Yeah.
He's so
I watch him.
knowledgeable.
I watch him all the time,
Yeah.
and I feel like I want to give people another source to listen to, because Bryce Crawford, he he has a story to tell,
Oh, yeah.
obviously. But I want people to be able to see my perspective, because there's always different perspectives, and I'm only 15, and I want people to see, okay, this kid's a teenager, and what type of what viewpoints can I pick from him, and then what viewpoints can I pick from a 25-year-old, and then
Yeah.
just getting those different things. So
100%.
I hope to get that started up.
It's awesome.
See
Best of
where
luck,
that
bro.
goes.
That's
Thank you,
it.
man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Hopefully, we'll get a couple guests on, talk about faith, and
Yeah.
see what happens. But
Yeah.
this has been
It's been a good podcast.
it's been it's honestly something that I needed,
100%.
and I'm glad that we obviously
I'm
got to
glad.
talk about your career, but I'm also really glad that we got to talk about faith.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But I mean, yeah, this has been a really good episode 5.
It was a lot going into it.
Yeah.
The process.
We don't even have a third camera.
I'm gonna be honest. They were there for a while. I just thought we were about to tell Matthew, yeah, we'll do it next week.
I would-
I was
did
about to
too.
say, I was like, I can come back next week, but
I did
it
too.
worked out.
But like
Worked out.
we just determined, and Matthew stayed with us. And we
Matthew,
appreciate that.
I genuinely
Yes,
He
sir.
sat on the chair for like
I'm
2
so
hours,
I'm
bro.
so sorry that we
Nah.
kept you this long.
It's good. It's good. It's
And
really
I'm
good.
so appreciative of your patience, genuinely. But no, this has been, I think, an episode that's gonna help a lot of people. And
100%.
I hope it does.
One person.
I just hope it helps one person.
100%. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this has been episode 5
This has been episode 5.
with
Matthew Owens.
Matty
Yes,
Ice.
sir. Yes, sir.
Matty Ice.